Hi, I'm Nate with Average Jack Archery Pro Shop and Range here in Phillipsburg, PA, and AverageJackArchery.com, where you can actually shop all of the bear bows that I'm going to be talking about today that we have here in our store. I want to cover Bear today because it is one of our more popular brands based on their price point, but they have great price points for their bows, but they can be confusing because a lot of the price points are very close together. But there is a very specific rhyme and reason why every bow company makes every bow that they offer, and so today we're covering Bear. I'm going to try to make this video down and dirty, very quick and simple to understand. And no, I'm not going to pick my favorite because every single bow is built from every different manufacturer that we carry in our store, which is Bear, Elite, Matthews, PSE, and Darton. There is a reason that that bow exists. So we're going to start though with price point going from the bottom up and just cover all of them here from Bear today. This is the Species XT. The Species is the most budget-friendly adult bow that Bear makes in their lineup. That's what I'm going to be covering today. Is going to be the adult bows. They do have a lot of the intermediate and youth bows like the Cruiser G4. We do sell those as well, but those are kind of those grow as you go kind of bow. And they're really playing in the same field as everybody else from all the manufacturers. So I'm going to cover just the adult ones today. The Species XT is your best budget. You're talking around the $480 price point. $480 in a single cam offering, which means it has an either wheel perfect circle at the top and a slightly egg-shaped cam at the bottom. The more circular your cam or your either wheel are, the smoother the bow is, but the slower it is. So this is a very, very smooth draw cycle. It's easy for a beginner and intermediate archer to enjoy this bow right out of the box. Also, it only comes completely loaded. There's no options for it. Now, you can take off accessories and bolt on your own. Afterwards, that's not a problem, but it will come completely ready to go. It's gonna have a D-loop from the factory, whisker biscuit sight, quiver, a tube peep. It's ready to roll. So this is going to be your right out of the box, I need a bow for hunting. I'm just getting into archery, and that's why the XT exists. Moving up, you get a slightly bigger brother in the Adapt 2, and the Adapt 2 Plus. The only thing you get there is the different generations. The Adapt 2 Plus comes with higher end accessories, but the meat and potatoes of the bow doesn't really change. It's a little bit longer axle to axle, so that's a different feel, which that also gives you a longer draw length ability. So for somebody like me, I'm 6'4", I have a 31 to 32 inch draw length somewhere in there. This bow could be able to fit me out to 31 inches. So this bow is designed to help the bigger draw archer. Okay, so even though it's similar to the Species, it is a little bit different to accommodate that little bit different person. A little bit more expensive in price point, although not too much, and it is done in collaboration with the Hunting Public, the big YouTube channel. If you don't know, if you're on YouTube and you know me, you probably know the Hunting Public. It's the same deal there. Comes stock from the factory with the Bear Paw grip, which the Bear Paw grip though can go onto any of the Bear bows and not just the Adapt, but it does come stock from the factory. So that is the Adapt 2. Moving away from the single cam offerings, you get into what are known as hybrid cam offerings. And what that means is you have one yoke, which is these two forks up at the top, and then a non-yoked cam at the bottom. Every bow company to some extent uses a hybrid cam, or at least they used to use a hybrid cam. Hoyt is most known for it for many decades. But this is the Legend 30. Originally was the Legend XR, and the point of this bow around that $480 price point, just bare, no accessories on it. The point of this bow is to be a high-end grow as you go kind of bow. So a wide range of draw length adjustment and a wide range of poundage adjustment in a shorter axle to axle platform. So it's going to be a little bit lighter. So think your teenagers, your small framed women, they want to shoot a lighter poundage and maybe work into it, or as they're getting taller. You know, when I was in middle school, really started getting into bow hunting, I was a lot shorter than I am now. This bow will still get out to 31 inches of draw length. Again, that's up to a dude, 6'3", 6'4", but it will still get down into the teens of draw lengths as well. So that's somebody well around the 5 foot mark. So that's the Legend 30. Still comes with a lot of the integration capabilities. Has that Bear Paw grip you see on the Adapt 2, but this is the Legend 30 and it's in that intermediate price point. The next bow is the Alaskan XT, and you look at it and go, Nate, it's a hybrid cam. It's got a yoke at the top and not a yoke at the bottom, right? What is it, just the Legend 30? Actually, no, it's built a little bit different and specifically for a reason. It's longer axle to axle. It is 33 inches, so that gives a different feel than that 30-inch Legend 30 and the Legend XR, which was 32 inches last year. It also has flatter sides to its circular sides of the cam, right? So that Legend 30 was much more round. These are flatter. The flatter a cam is, the faster it is. Also, The brace height, which is the distance from the inside of the grip to the string, is shorter. That also makes the power stroke longer, which makes the bow faster. So the Alaskan XT is specifically designed with a little bit more aggressive cam and a longer axle-to-axle platform, so you get more speed and a little bit more stability because it is a little bit longer. Price point is going to be around there or a little bit higher than the Legend XR, which of course you'll get that when you have bigger performance. Moving right along is the Paradigm, and you're like, all right, Nate, this is definitely an identical bow to the Alaskan XT. Looks exactly the same. Flat sides to the cam, yoke at the top, nothing at the bottom, 33 inches axle to axle. Yes, but you'll notice the cams are significantly larger. This bow is a long draw version from Bear. It goes out to 32 inches of draw length. You still get that speed with that slightly shorter brace height, but this is your big guy bow. So the Paradigm is built for somebody like me, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", that needs a 32-inch draw length platform. Can still come in a ready-to-hunt kit like we have here, or you can buy it bare bow. The Paradigm is my personal favorite. Yes, it does fit me. It's also going to be one of your more expensive. Now you're getting into the mid $600 range for a ready-to-hunt kit. However, when it comes to comparing it to flagship prices, it's definitely still a winner. And now for Bear's piece de resistance. This is the Bear Whitetail INT. It was the Whitetail Max last year. INT stands for integrate. They just upgraded some features here with integratable rests and sights. But this is the lightest, fastest bow that Bear produces, and it is a binary cam. So there's no yokes here. Instead, all of the cables are attached directly to the cam, both top and bottom, and both cams are the same. Also has a relatively short brace height, and again, it is shorter axle to axle than like your Alaskan XT and your Paradigm. So this bow is going to be your lightest. It's also going to be your fastest, so it's going to be the most aggressive on the draw, but it also has the most adjustability inside the cam. So whereas the other bows really just kind of had a rotating module and a set let off 80-85% somewhere in there, the Whitetail INT, you can adjust in 1/4 inch draw length adjustments. You can also adjust your let off between 75 and 90%, and also you can run it with the cable stop, or you can bolt on the limb stop to totally change how that back wall feels. So as you get up in terms of price point, this bow is meant to fit a particular window of, I want a flagship feel, but I don't want a flagship price. You're going to get it with the INT. So that covers the Bear archery lineup that we have here at Average Jack Archery at averagejackarchery.com. Right here in Phillipsburg, PA. If you want to come down to the store, 21 North Front Street, check out all the bows or check them out on our website, averagejackarchery.com. We can ship Bear bows across the lower 48. So if you want to get on there and shop for any of the stuff we have in stock, or come on down and get one set up, be happy to do that for you. If you have any questions about Bear bows or any of the bows we carry in our store, you can always drop a comment here on YouTube. You can reach out through the Contact Us button on our website. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Average Jack Archery and ask your question there. Everybody get outside, enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.